Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio in Palm Springs. It's time for the show that brings you everything local.
A local powerhouse.
Everything Coachella Valley.
One of the most beautiful places in the country.
This is Coachella Valley Sports Reports with your host, Coach B, bringing you the scores, stories, and spotlight moments from the teams and athletes that make this valley proud.
Proudly covering these young men and women.
All local, all the time, covering the valley. Now, Coach B.
Coach B is the man.
Let's get started.
This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM, and in Las Vegas, I'm heard on 98.9 FM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. As I said last time, CV, I've been here long enough. The CV, I'm starting to learn it. I'm excited because I'm really getting integrated in the market, and I tell you, you guys have shown me so much love. Let me go ahead and make sure the music isn't too loud because, I can't hear like I used to. I'm getting a little bit older out there, Coachella Valley, so you got to forgive me. But I'll tell you right now, I love being – we got a mistake there, but we'll fix it. Live radio, we got it all good. Let me make sure we got all our stuff set up. Okay, so now house cleaning is out of the way. So I'm excited to be here. I am happy to be here. We've got a jam-packed show, Coachella Valley. We have in the building, as you all know, every home football game for the Xavier College Preparatory High School is going to be heard right here on Fox Sports 1270 AM. We're really excited about that. In the building, we have Coach Dockery in studio. We have some of his players in studio. He said he brought the line in here, and I'll tell you, I'm not a big man, so these young men intimidated me. They're looking down at me, tapping me on the head like, how you doing, sir? And I was like, come on now. My name's not Unc. How many times can you call me Unc? But they're here in the building. We're excited about that. We also have Desert Hot Springs. We have their flag football team in the building. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to bring in the voice. I've been told I have a radio voice all my life. But, sometimes you got to realize some people got a voice a little bit better than yours. So we're excited. We have the voice of the Xavier Prep game of the week, Mr. Stephen Buxton in the house. Now, did I say the last name right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, there we go. Because, I've been known to mispronounce my own last name, and we wanted to just bring you in studio. I know this is impromptu. I know you're like, hey, I'm just coming to hang out. But I wanted to bring you in here and talk a little bit about what you've done out there, what you've seen. And you are a football guy 24/7. You were saying the DEL was undefeated this week. So, but tell me a little bit about you're an alumni of Xavier. So that's got to be special for you to be calling their home football games. And you played football there.
Yeah, so I'll correct myself real quick. DEL didn't go undefeated this week.
Okay.
Shadow Hills did lose.
Okay.
But other than that, everyone else won. But, yeah, so I graduated in 2020. I played football and baseball over there. I played for Coach Doc's first 3 years with the team and their first playoff berth in 2018. I was with Xavier Baseball for all 4 years, junior and senior year on varsity, made CIF over there. And then I went over to College of the Desert for 2 years, figured out that I didn't want to do computer science, so switched over to journalism.
Okay.
Went over to Arizona State, finished the degree over there, and since then it's just trying to make this whole broadcasting thing work.
Yes, and ASU, we talked about this off air. Big shout out to your brother. He is an antelope like me. He went to GCU, and I'll tell you, I look at ASU because you have the Cronkite School of Journalism, one of the best in the entire country. What a school that is! That's amazing. But tell me a little bit about this season. You're there, man. You're in the trenches. You're doing it by yourself. You could see your Xavier Prep guys out there. How special is that for you to be a part of that?
Yeah, so it was a little shocking at first when I started to dive into the research of this team, and the first thing I looked at was the coaching staff, and it's entirely the same coaching staff that when I was there, minus James Tolan's not there anymore. His son went over to Palm Desert, so he's over there. I'm not sure if he's on their staff. I'll figure that out this week because they're playing Palm Desert next week. But other than that, the entire coaching staff from top to bottom, except for two guys who are new, they weren't there when I was there, but it's the entire same staff. So I mean, Doc's clearly figured out if something's not broke, why fix it? If you've got good guys in there, why fix it? And it's a really talented staff, but it's also the other thing that really stood out to me. This team's got so much more size than it used to.
Right.
When I was there was 4 guys on the line. If you offense or defense, there were 4 guys on the line getting consistent playing time who were my size.
Right.
And I'm not exactly the biggest human being on earth. I was playing at like 5'9", $180.
Yeah.
And you don't see that in this team.
Right.
Just about the smallest guy that you'll see getting regular playing time on the line is probably about 6 foot, maybe a $195, but they've got size on both ways. Even their corners are big.
Right. So they've grown and they're doing it. But on that on the season, what have you seen? What's going on out there? How exciting is it for you to be a part of this?
Yeah, it's an offense that's really explosive. They haven't got their passing game going until this week. This is about the best that their passing game has looked. I haven't seen the numbers on it, but 2 touchdowns, 2 of them to Aiden Ruiz out of the backfield. But they're able to run it. They've got 3 good running backs, Ben Langlois, Anderson Acosta, Aiden Ruiz. They can all run the rock really well. I think they're all averaging over 5 or 6 yards a carry. King Pelham's one of the best rushing quarterbacks in the Valley. He's got a good arm, too. He's been able to sling it around a bit. They just haven't got that in sync yet. Again, this past week, it was a little bit better. Last night, 35-21 win against Yucca Valley. It's about the most we've seen them pass. I didn't see the Linfield Christian game in week 1 because that was on the road and we're only doing home games, but other than that game, I'd say this is about as complete as the offense has looked all season. The line's been playing really well. They're missing their center, Matthew Infante, but the backup who came in, Andrew Davila, played really well. I think he only had maybe 1 or 2 tough plays against him that he might have given up a sack or a pressure, but other than that, from top to bottom, it was a pretty complete performance on that standpoint. I'm sure when Coach Doc comes in, he's going to talk about how there are a couple mistakes, a couple fumbles.
He can always get better, and that's the one thing I like about Coach Doc, and he always says that he can get better, and I absolutely love that. But we're excited to have you here. Like I said, you've been a godsend to us. We first met because you were doing the Palm Springs Power games. I did not know at the time that you were an alumni of Xavier, and then you've really helped us broadcasting the game. So we're really fortunate to have you as a part of the broadcast. As we said, every single home game. We have 2 more games coming up. We have in 2 weeks. Oh no, not this. No, is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks against
2 weeks,
Palm Desert,
and then there's a break, and then they're going to play another home game.
Against Rancho Mirage.
Against Rancho Mirage. Yes, and I should know this. I should know this schedule myself, and then they'll play against Rancho Mirage, if I can get that right. Like we said, all 5 of their home games will be right here, and then hopefully we'll hit playoffs. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll go from there. But we appreciate you being the voice of Xavier Prep. You're an alumni. You're from the Valley. And like I said, a godsend to have you a part of the program. We really appreciate you, all that you've done for that broadcast.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I know I just threw you on the air, but I want to talk some CV football as well. When you look at the top 10, the big night you had. I know we're almost pressed up against the clock, but our top 10. I always want to break this down. Palm Springs went in and beat Yucca Valley, and that's a game that people were shocked that Palm Springs got that game.
So I didn't realize how good of a program Yucca Valley has been.
Yes.
Again, over the last couple weeks, just looking at local teams, and I just saw this one out of nowhere. That Beaumont's actually one of the best programs in Southern California. But then looking at Yucca Valley, they've played 3 local teams, all of them in the DEL,
yes.
Shadow Hills, La Quinta, and Palm Springs. And 2 of them were not very competitive. I think they beat Shadow Hills by about 20. I might be wrong on that, but they did beat Shadow Hills and La Quinta. And then Palm Springs, that's the toughest game that Palm Springs was supposed to have had this season.
The 5-0 Palm Springs.
And that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that was a road game, wasn't it?
They
went into Yucca Valley or into Yucaipa, and I think they put up, what was it, about 40 points or something? It's probably the best offense in the Valley so far. They're averaging just a hair under 40 points a game. The defense isn't it's not up to par yet as far as some of the gaudy numbers that we're seeing. Like, this Xavier Prep team is averaging, I think after last night's game, about 10 points a game allowed on defense. Palm Springs is allowing closer to 28. But if you want offense, if you want wild football, go watch the Indians.
Yes, they are. And I'll tell you, we're pressing against the clock, so I'm going to shoot these off quick. But Palm Springs they're undefeated, number 1 ranked in the Fox Sports 1270 AM poll. And I'll tell you, we a lot of people were saying, hey, should they be number 1? Hey, the proof is in the pudding. And then number 2, you had La Quinta. They went down and they defeated Linwood. You had Palm Desert versus Redlands. Redlands won that game 50-35. Shadow Hills versus Patriot. That was a double overtime game. Patriot won 51-52. Wow. Xavier, like we said, got the win 35-21. Xavier won. Rancho Mirage beat Harupa Hills 35-29. DCA, that's another team that's undefeated. They were in the house last week. 50-0. That's not a misprint, folks. 50-0. They won 50-0 against the California Military Institute. Desert Hot Springs won 19-14. We have Desert Hot Springs, as we said, girls flag in the building, so I'm sure they're going to give big ups to their counterparts. Cathedral City versus Arroyo Valley. Arroyo won 43-8. Desert Mirage won 44-13. San Gorgonio versus Indio. Indio won 27-16, and 29 Palms beat West Valley 21-14. So that is a recap of your Fox Sports 1270 AM top 10. Make sure you follow us. Go onto our social media on Instagram. We're also on the talk of TikTok, whatever you call it. TikTok. Everything is at Fox Sports PS. That's on Instagram. That's on TikTok. I got to do a better job of getting this stuff up on TikTok. And then we also have it on Twitter. I don't know if Twitter's a thing anymore, or X. I'm sorry, X. X is what it's called.
I'll always call it Twitter.
Yes, right. So again, thank you so much for coming in. They will hear you. And again, we're talking about Stephen Buxton. He is your voice of the Xavier Prep. The game of the week. If you didn't get a chance to catch it live, go onto the iHeartRadio app, search Xavier Prep game of the week, and is right there on the iHeartRadio app. And as I said, at the coming up next, we're going to have Coach Dockery is going to come in and tell us a little bit about his season, what he's thinking about it, and then after that, we're going to bring the young men from Xavier Prep in, and finally, we'll bring in the young ladies from Desert Hot Springs flag football. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We will be right back. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM and in Las Vegas on Fox Sports 98.9 FM. And we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM, and in Las Vegas, I'm heard on Fox Sports 98.9 FM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. We're excited. We have the coach in studio, and the great thing about it, not only have we broadcasted your games, but we've been working on the James Dockery show. Coach, go ahead and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
What's going on, guys? It's Coach James Dockery from Xavier College Prep. Been doing this for a while. Excited to be in the studio.
We finally got you in studio, Coach. I know you're a busy man. I know you were like, hey, how long is it going to be? Because Coach got moves to make.
Hey, I got 2 boys. They play a lot of sports. We got the barbershop. We got a lot of things going on. But first and foremost, take care of football. The main thing is the main thing.
Absolutely. We talked about that barbershop before. And like I said, Coach, if I go there, you always see me in a hat. So if I take the hat off, make sure they don't laugh at me.
No, they're going to be fine. We're going to get you right. I told you. Let me know.
There you go. Yeah. So tell me a little bit. Last night, you guys got another W. Tell me a little bit about the season and how's it going. You're midway point now. Your preseason's out of the way, non-conference. Now you're going into the DEL. I mean, the real game starts now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that preparation? 4-1, that's a great accomplishment, Coach.
Yeah, not bad. 4-1 is good. Obviously, it could be worse, right? So we're not going to complain too much about being 4-1. But the good thing about it is we haven't played our best football yet, and we're going to need to play our best football here pretty soon, especially with Palm Desert coming into our house. So there's a lot of things that we can coach up, and I think the guys are going to be very attentive. I think even if we had a worse record, they'd be attentive in a bye week. But, having some success, the spirits are high. We're going to be healthy at the right time. And so I think our guys are going to be really ready to fine-tune some details over the bye week, and they understand what's coming up.
Absolutely. And you talked about it, Coach. You had some players that they weren't necessarily hurt, but you had some players you held out because when you think of your strategy, it's like a chess match. So you're getting ready for the season. You want to go deep in the playoffs. Yeah. Are those strategic for you if you have a player who's like, hey, we're going to let you sit back this week? I know your players are tough and they don't want to do that, but is that something you've been using all season?
I mean, a little bit when we need to. Like, with Anderson, he's not injured, he's just banged up a little bit, and we're going to need him to be successful for what we have coming up. And we feel really confident in the guys that we have behind him, and some of the guys that we had play last night that were, our twos and even some of our threes. We had a really hard training camp where a lot of guys got tested, and we were able to see what they can do. So we felt good about being able to have an opportunity to win and let those guys get rest and get healthy. So that is strategy, but it's out of necessity too, because if they were ready to play, they would play. And I don't think in that game we needed to push it,
Right. And tell me, what are some of the strengths on the roster? I'll tell you, you've got a big line out there. You got some size. What keeps you optimistic about this year? Because Stephen, who does your games, he graduated from Xavier Prep, and he even said he was surprised on how much size you have now. And you've been there 9 years. Yeah. Is that something you were looking to do and grow and build? Like Jim Harbaugh. I love Jim Harbaugh. He plays bully ball. Is that something you want to say, hey, we've got to address the line?
I mean, most definitely. As a smaller school, we don't have as many big bodies walking around campus. So, I mean, we've definitely been strategic in the last, decade almost of what we want to look like on the field. And the big problem when we first got there was just being able to match up with teams in the trenches. That's really where you win or lose the football game. So we've been blessed over the last, I would say definitely the last 3 or 4 years, where we've been really on par with everybody as far as size goes. And we're going to continue to try to find the best linemen out there. And we're lucky and blessed to have a lot of seniors on that offensive line that know what we're expecting and how to do it.
Right. And one thing, you always keep it real, Coach. I've talked to you when you guys were 3-0 and you guys had it rolling. You always said, I can improve. Yeah. I can get better. What are some of the things that you guys think you need to improve before you get into that DEL schedule?
I think for us is opening up the second half with more energy. I think, we've had some big leads in the first half. Hopefully that keeps going, but it's going to get tougher. And we just have to be able to create our own energy, especially on the road. Most of our games in the DL are on the road. We have 3 on the road. So, just coming out in the second half and being able to create our own momentum, create our own energy, and be able to respond through adversity, I think we're doing a pretty good job with that. But we want to clean it up. We could be better in the passing game. We could be better in defending the run, although our defense is playing strong. We could be better in the kicking game, and we will be.
And one thing I always like to ask, you played, and I know you don't. It's not the spotlight's on you, but you've gone through all the steps. What are you doing to develop your men to let them know the life after? I mean, some of them will be blessed to go and play D1. Some will be able to play beyond that, like you did. But what are some of the things that you focus on? And I'm sure there was someone who helped you along the way. But what are some of the characteristics? Like, I'll tell you, my high school football coach couldn't wait for me to graduate and leave. But but what are some of the things that you like to work on?
I mean, we just have the real conversations. I think at a school like Xavier Prep, with our Jesuit background, we're able to talk to our young men about a lot of different topics. Nothing's really off limits from the scope of being a Catholic school. And so, with that being in mind, we get to really dive into them as a person. The Cure Personalis is the whole mind, the body, the soul of the player, and understand, that they're much more than just football players. And we want to just make sure they understand how to discern, right, make the right choices. It's going to be hard to make the right choices every time, and we don't expect them to. But the main thing is what we talk about in our football program is just control the controllables. And one coach I play for, Coach Ron Rivera, he talked about the 8 mentality, and I use that everywhere I go. That's your attitude. You can always control how you wake up in the morning and be positive outlook, or you can have a negative outlook, but you control that. Your preparation, studying for class, watching film, putting the right things in your body, getting sleep. You can control your preparation. And then lastly, your effort, right? Effort, you might not get an A on the test, but you should have all the homework done. You might not make the play, but you should be going 1,000 miles per hour. So if you can control your attitude, preparation, and effort in anything you do in life, most of the time you're going to come out successful. So that's what we talk about.
That's good. And one thing, without giving away too much of your focus. I know you have a bye this week, so you have 2 weeks to prepare and get ready for Palm Desert, which is a great thing to do going in the league, because you guys know each other now. Because we talked before, when you were playing Cat City, you say you don't play them often, but now Palm Desert knows what you want to do. What are some of the things that you're focused on this week? You don't have to give away the game plan, but what are some of the things because they've got a great back over there. Number one, they've got some players over there.
Yeah, I know Jonah. I mean, I've been coaching Jonah since he was, I don't know, probably my son's 8 years old, 9 years old. So I'm very familiar with his skill set. And the good thing is, good and bad thing is, those guys have played for my travel team, Desert Football Academy. They know the plays we're going to run. They know there's no secrets. It's just going to be about who is going to rise to the occasion in a big-time game and who's going to be able to make more plays than the other team. Stopping Jonah is going to be hard. You don't really stop a player like that. We just want to limit what he can do. We understand he's going to make some plays, but we can't let him make too many. But they got a lot of guys. Trey Bolton, they got a lot of guys. I already started watching tape on them. They have a lot of ways that they can beat you. They're a proud program, so we got our work cut out.
Absolutely. Now, your quarterback got it going last night.
Yeah.
Is that something? Do you think that was one of the first nights you were thinking to yourself, "We're playing a complete game right now. We've got the running game going, we've got the passing game going, and that's got to be special for you right before league, where it just clicks."
Man, our coaching staff is really we're insane. We're insane because if you would have walked into our coach's office after the game, you would have felt like we were 1-4, not 4-1, just because our standard is very high. When you have an offensive coordinator like Taylor Pope, he's not really pleased too much, unless it's clean, and last night wasn't clean enough for him. So I think if Coach Pope was here right now, he would say we did not play on all cylinders like we can. But King is definitely getting better every week. He's seeing the field better. He's reading the defenses better. Obviously, he can run the ball. We know that. But he's delivering some big-time throws, and we're going to need him to be able to do both. And he's working towards it every day.
And with him only being a junior, I mean, he still has room to grow.
Yeah.
But tell me, Coach, I know we're pressed up against the clock. What excites you about the remainder of this schedule and what you have coming up? I know we don't want to, I'll say it, playoffs are on the horizon.
Yeah.
But what excites you the remainder of the season?
Well, playoffs will be great, but this is the playoffs right now. Every game matters in our league. I'm just super excited. I mean, I'm not coaching in the SEC, maybe one day. But, this is the closest thing you can get for out here. There is no easy wins on the schedule. I mean, we could win every game, we can lose every game, and that excites me because I'm a guy that likes challenges. Anything great in life, it's hard to do, and that's something that really gets me up in the morning. So I'm excited and ecstatic that everybody on the schedule that we're playing can beat us. I don't expect to sleep too much, and I just can't wait.
Yes. Well, we will continue to watch, and we listen to, as we said, every home game for Xavier Prep is on Fox Sports 1270 AM. If you're not at the game, you're not live, always go on the iHeartRadio app. If not, you can always go on and podcast it. I sent you the link this morning.
Yep.
So it's always podcasted. So we're excited to be a part of that and do that. And like I always say, if you hear the halftime show, and we say it's the James Dockery show, and I'm your coach. I am your host, Coach B, and we're glad to do it here live in studio. We got some of your boys coming up, so we will bring them in next.
All right. God bless and go Saints.
There you go. Thank you so much, Coach Dockery, here on Fox Sports 1270 AM. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I'm your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM, and I am heard in Las Vegas on Fox Sports 98.9 FM. And as always, we're streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I'm your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM, and I'm heard in Las Vegas on Fox Sports 98.9 FM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. We have the Saints in building. We have 6 gentlemen. It took me a long time. I didn't really do good at math, but I believe we got 6 gentlemen in studio with us. So we'll have you guys all come up, introduce yourself, give me your name, position, and your grade. So come on up to the mic.
Luke Vermillion, free safety and corner, junior in high school.
There you go. It helps if I turn the microphone on. And then we'll bring the next young man up.
My name is Landon Tiedemann. I'm a left tackle and a D tackle.
There you go. So when you gentlemen come up, you got to get uncomfortable with that mic. Get up to it or they can't hear you.
My name is Alexander Vasquez. I'm a free strong safety, and I'm a senior.
I tell you, he came up. He was ready. He was standing on business. I love it. Come on.
I'm Joe Mejia. I'm a wide receiver, safety, and I'm a junior.
Okay. And then we have number 52.
I'm Matthew Infante. I'm center and long snapper, and I'm a senior.
Are you benching like 500? I mean, they got some size up in here.
My name is Gavin Bew. I'm a D tackle and left guard, and I'm a senior.
Okay, excellent. Now, I have some background information on you, gentlemen. So you guys, when you come in, so Landon. So we'll bring Landon up. So you're a captain. I like that, man. So one of the things, this is what the name of your high school is Xavier College Prep. And you said one of your biggest challenges is keeping your grade work up so you can play football. I know you guys have a difficult curriculum. How do you balance that?
I mean, a lot of times you have to stay up late at night, and you just keep doing it. I mean, it's just about keeping up on it and keep doing it every day.
So you've been to 8 different schools?
Yeah.
That sounds like me. You know, I went to 3 elementary schools. I went to 3 middle schools, and this one middle school is only 2 years. I went to 3 middle schools, and I finally went to 1 high school. Are you used to being the new guy?
Yeah, I mean, especially because I went to a lot of elementary schools, especially, and then I kind of started to stay in one school during like high school and middle school, but yeah, it was definitely a lot during elementary school, especially.
Well, you're mastering it, man. So thank you so much. Congratulations on that. And Alexander, where's Alexander? So you started playing football in 5th grade?
Yeah, that's right.
So you went from football to football. Yeah. So now this is one thing I always like to ask soccer players. They say that soccer, you have great hand-eye coordination. Has that helped you out on the?
Yeah, it definitely has. Switching between soccer and football, and basketball too, actually.
Okay.
It really helps with hand-eye ball coordination, and I think that could be very important.
Now you gave me a fact, and I can't prove it. So if you look at me, you see I have a nice healthy gut. And you said you love to eat your mom's homemade food. Oh, yeah. But since you didn't bring it in, I can't judge it. But what's name drop mom? What's mom's name?
Raquel.
Oh, what's her best dish?
I like her enchiladas.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like I always tell people. I tell people this all the time. I'm born and raised in Southern California. We have the best Mexican food in America. And people say they call it Mexican food. I call it a gift from God. That's what Mexican. So enchiladas. Yeah. So next time your mom hooks that up, I'm gonna give you my number. Text me. And then I can meet you at Xavier Prep and just slide me some, man. All you know, it just in the parking lot, you know, we look around. So, you know, just slide me some of those enchiladas, man. You got that?
Maybe.
All right. So I got it on recording. I want to make sure you got it on recording. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, young man. And then where's Joe? All right. So your grandpa inspires you. Talk to me a little bit about what's grandpa's name?
His name's Roger Calcavecchia. He originally taught me how to throw a football.
Oh, nice.
I kind of it was a good thing to bond with him over, and we always watched football. He explained a lot of stuff to me. So.
Yeah. So he got you to love the game, and now is he surprised because you're a captain now? Was he? How proud is he with your career and how you're doing?
I mean, I imagine he'd be proud. It's my late grandpa, so unfortunately he's not with us anymore. Yeah. But that just adds to my motivation to keep grinding, and he's the reason I play.
There you go. So going fishing. I like to fish, but when I fish, do you hook your fish? Do you do that yourself?
Yes, sir.
I don't do that. So when I go fishing, I have someone hook the worms because to me that's gross. So, but you get in there and do all that.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a while to get used to it for sure. My dad would always do it for me, but now I can do it myself.
What's a good place to fish around here?
To be honest, I fish at the golf courses.
Okay.
People say it's cheating because they're stocked, but I mean, I just go for fun.
I didn't realize they stocked. That's good to know. Okay, what's a good place to go fishing at what golf course?
I go to the Hideaway with my friend Leo.
Okay, I like it. Well, congratulations, young man. Thanks so much for bringing that up. So where's our guy Matthew? Where's Matthew? Oh man, first of all, what are you benching, Matthew? Because you look like you got to get up on there.
I benched like 240.
240. Yeah. Now that's probably 200 pounds more than I can bench. But one of your biggest challenges is school and sports. Talk about that. How do you balance those two?
My freshman year, especially going into Xavier from a public school, I struggled a lot. So I had to learn how to balance that in school, especially with all the work and having practice really late.
Right. And I would imagine because they have a really difficult curriculum. I mean, it's called Xavier College Prep for a reason. So that's I know that's difficult. But you say your grandpa inspired you too.
Yeah, my grandpa and my dad both played football at CV. So
okay.
Those are two people that inspired me to play.
Wait. So wait a minute. They went to CV and now you're going to Xavier? Oh, okay. So what's grandpa and dad's name?
My grandpa's name is Antonio Infante. My dad's name is Juan Infante.
Okay. So are and they're okay with you not going to CV? They're okay with you going to?
My grandpa passed away though, and before I was born, but
okay.
Just hearing all the stories inspired me to play.
Okay.
The most.
So that's 3 generations of football players in the Valley. That's pretty cool, man.
And all my other family from the Infante side also play football. A lot of them, my uncles and deals and cousins and stuff.
So you're saying you didn't have a choice? You you had to play football.
Yeah.
Excellent. So what are you looking forward to the rest of the season?
Just to keep getting better each game and then make it to league and win league and then go to playoffs.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, young man. Thanks for stopping by. And then we have Gavin, come on in. So Gavin, so you're not committed to college yet, but I'm sure you will. Your dad got you to start playing football your freshman year. So you've gone from that was the first year you played tackle?
Yeah, I played flag football.
Come up on the mic.
I've been playing flag football since I was like in kindergarten, but it's a whole different ball game compared to tackle. I started tackle in freshman year, and I've just been playing out for the love of the game ever since.
Right. And you say your favorite color is purple. Why is that? Why is purple your favorite color?
Well, originally it was blue.
Okay.
But, I think over the years my tastes have just changed, I like purple now. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Okay, got you. Because my favorite artist to ever walk, and I think he's the greatest musician to ever walk the face of the earth is Prince Rogers Nelson. Yes, yes, and I love purple because of him. So I just thought that was unique. Okay, so what are your goals for this season? What are you looking to accomplish?
Well, being a senior, this is my last year on the team, so I just really want to have a long season as possible, get into playoffs.
There you go. Well, we'll be watching out for you. I think we have one more young man, correct?
Luke Vermillion.
All right. Oh, okay. So I don't know if I have your list, Luke. I don't think I have yours. It's all good. I'm sure I have it sitting over here somewhere. Well, what inspired you to play football?
I've always played football. I was never really athletic as a kid, but then during 5th grade, it just snapped, and then I was athletic, I guess.
Yes. Now, looking at your arms, I know you bench. What do you bench? I mean, you got the veins popping out. What are you benching?
I bench 215. So.
Okay, that's probably 200 pounds more than I bench. But what are you most excited about this season?
I just want to sacrifice it all to do whatever, help our team get to playoffs, and I'm going to make sure that our team can get there, and I'm going to do whatever I can.
Yes, and I'm sure with Coach bringing you in, he only selected a few players to come in. How special is it to be a part of this? You guys are 4-1. How special has this season been with you and your now I don't want to, I'll tell you, some of my best friends ever I met in high school. And you're going to remember these guys 20, 30 years from now. But how special has this season been for you?
This season's really been something else because compared to last season, I just feel like this is much more of a team and we're all closer. And the energy is just at a different level. And we're bringing that energy this year.
Excellent. Well, I don't play football anymore, so you don't have to intimidate me. And when I didn't play very well. But I'm going to be watching out for all of you young men. I'm excited about that. We'll bring Coach back in, Coach Doc back in.
Yes.
Coach, how excited! I mean, tell me a little bit about these young men. What was the selection for these young men, and what made you want to bring in your line and a couple of your skill players?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I always tell my offensive line, they're the most important people on the team.
Right.
My favorite group on the team, and you're not supposed to have favorites, but these guys over the last couple of years have just been very consistent.
Right.
On and off.
I have
the
you
field.
come up a little bit more on that mic, Coach.
Yeah, these guys have just been very consistent on and off the field. I wanted to bring all of our starting linemen here because they really deserve the recognition. A lot of times they don't get the attention that they deserve because they're the linemen. But at our school, we know that we wouldn't be 4-1 without those guys. And then obviously guys like Joe, Luke, and Alexander, big-time safeties and skill players for our school. But most importantly, they do the things they need to do off the field, and so they deserve to be seen.
Yes, and then you got your boys with you. Give me your boys' names again.
This one right here, this is Rain Dockery. And then we got James Dockery, the 6th over there. Goes by
the
Xander.
6th?
Yeah, that's the golfer. Yeah.
Oh, wow, the 6th. So my son is the 2nd, and he said he's not going to name his son the 3rd. So it kind of hurts my heart. But the 6th, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
That's
It rains the first. So.
There you go. There you go. So how did your dad feel about that?
I mean, it was non-negotiable for me. You know, I was the 5th, and I always liked it. I think just like reading King James Version and just different things and looking at history, you know, I just thought it would be cool if we can just take it as far as we can go. So me and my dad had a great relationship when it came to like understanding our history of our family.
Yeah.
We have pictures of every single James Dockery that has walked this earth.
Oh, wow.
And so I thought it was special for me to name my son the same thing, and he's doing a great job continuing the legacy.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll have to let my wife know how important that was and how special that is. So we need to be a team and make sure my son names his son the 3rd. So that's something we'll work on. But thank you so much, Xavier College Prep football in studio. As we said, every single one of their home games will be heard right here on Fox Sports 1270 AM. If you're not able to catch it, make sure you get it on the iHeartRadio app. Stream Fox Sports PS, and you can hear it right there. So, Coach, thank you so much again for coming in.
No problem. Thanks for having us. God bless and go Saints.
There you go. We know we're going to get that. So we're going to take a quick commercial break from the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM, and in Las Vegas on Fox Sports 98.9 FM. And as always, we're streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM, and I'm also heard in Las Vegas on Fox Sports 98.9 FM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. As we mentioned, we have Desert Hot Springs flag football in the building. Coach, please do us the privilege of introducing yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having us. My name is Coach Caleb.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Coach. Now, and then we have your young ladies in here. I'll have you guys step on up to the mic. I'll have you guys introduce yourself one by one.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Hernandez. I'm number 5, and I'm JV quarterback and linebacker.
Okay. And then we have another young lady.
Hi, my name is Leona Jackson. I'm number 2, and I'm a wide receiver and running back.
Okay. And then we have get right up into the mic, and then you're good.
Hi, my name is Mia. I'm number 20, and I play center, linebacker, and wide receiver.
Excellent. And then, Coach, I want to ask you got your young ladies with you. The sport of flag football, it's a fairly new CIF-sanctioned sport. It is completely exploding right now. How exciting is that for you to be a part of that? The NFL teams are getting involved in promoting flag football. How exciting is it for you to be a part of this?
It's very exciting, especially to have the opportunity to start it at my high school where I graduated from. So it's a sport that's growing, as you mentioned, and it's very exciting just to see. A couple of days ago, we actually were at the Rams Jamboree, our first experience to be there. So it's a really fun sport that's growing, and and the girls are getting opportunities to go into college level as well. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, and that's the big thing when you think about this sport being fairly new. Young ladies are getting scholarships. That's pretty cool. And I'll ask you, did you do the tackle football and transition over, or?
Yes.
Okay, so, and then you're an alumni there.
Yes, I am.
How special is that for you to be a part of that?
Very special, just because I love that community. I love that school, and I grew up at Desert Hot Springs, went to every school there, graduated from Desert Hot Springs High School. So it's just a special feeling to be able to go back, coach, and grow a program there.
Now, you guys are highly ranked in the Fox Sports Radio 1270 AM top 5 poll. Are you guys exceeding your expectations for the season? How is everything going for you? Because I know whenever a season starts, you say, "Oh, we're going to do X, Y, and Z," and you guys are starting hitting some of those targets. How's that been for you, Coach?
It's great. We are hitting every single target that I'm expecting from my team. We're undefeated in the league right now, so we're getting there. So it's really exciting.
And that's good. So what are your goals for the season? They have playoffs. What are your goals for the season? What are you looking to accomplish for the totality of the season?
My first goal is to go undefeated. I think we could do it. Second goal is to go, to playoffs. That would be our first year, so it would be amazing to be there.
Yes, and then tell me about these young ladies you have with you. What was the selection process to bring them in here? These got to be some special players for you.
Yes, they're very special. Mia, she's been with me since the beginning. She went through the hardships, tribulations that we a starting program goes through, and she stuck through. So it's very special to have her throughout. Liana, man, she's amazing. She's a speedster. She dedicates herself to every single play. I love how whenever she hits the field, her mind is to hit that touchdown.
Right.
And Jasmine's her first year. And I saw great things from her leadership. Commitment. So they're a very special bunch to me.
And then I'll ask you this, because it is a fairly new sport. What is it like balancing? Because there's a lot of teaching. Because a lot of these young ladies, this is the first time playing football. I know I've talked to young ladies or girls basketball coaches in high school. Sometimes they're more fundamentally sound. Is it better when you have a blank canvas and you can teach them the correct way to play football?
Yes, it's much easier. Some of them did have some experience, but it's very limited. So it's so much better to be able, like you said, have a clean blank canvas and teach them the way I feel that, this is the best way it's going to help us in our team, So
right.
It's been fun.
Right. And I'll tell you, to be an alumni, that is special. So I'm going to ask, Liana Jackson. So you said one of the things you like to do is you want to go to San Diego State. All right. SDSU, you want to be an Aztec. Why do you want to go to, and make sure you're all up? If you need to put on the headphones so you can hear yourself, go ahead and do that. And you want to make sure that you get all up in there so we can hear your voice, and I want everyone to know they can hear you. Why San Diego State?
I always wanted to go to San Diego State because I just feel like it's a really involving community, and I visited 2 times already, and I just really love the campus, and I feel really included when I get there, and I feel safe, and I also want to be closer to home, and I just love their athletic program over there.
And you have a twin?
Yes, I have a twin sister. Her name is Brianna.
Okay, that's my daughter's name. That's my daughter's name. So that's good. I like that. So does she play as well, or
no? She doesn't play any sports.
Okay, so you got the athletic gene, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that's funny. So you unlocking your hip move and spin. That was your biggest challenge?
Yeah, it's still my challenge. I have the speed and everything, but I want to unlock my hip movements and spin because I feel I'll be more better on the field with that.
Okay, so you play corner.
No, I'm a wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Oh, wide receiver. Okay, so hip smooth. Okay, all right. And then so I should have seen this. The next thing is, and she knows her numbers. She says she's averaging 2 touchdowns per game. Yep, so let me tell you, when you get that first touchdown, did you dance? Did you pull out your phone and TikTok? What did you do when that happened?
I always hit a celebration when I make a touchdown, either with my teammate or by myself. But sometimes I got to be limited because some refs, But I always hit that touchdown.
I got you. So that's something, and I like it. Oh, good stuff. Congratulations, young lady, and I hope you do get into San Diego State. That is an amazing school. And then Mia, so have you come on up, and then just make sure you get right up in that mic. You talking about going to you want to be in San Diego regardless. You want to go to San Diego State or UC San Diego. What about the university? There's University of San Diego. That's a good school as well. But why San Diego? You want to get out of the desert and you want to be done with it?
I feel like it's closer to Mexico. You know how TJ is right in the corner.
Yes.
And my family is from Mexicali, so it is closer. And my other family lives on Palm Springs, so I would be in the middle,
One of the things you said, managing your feelings and your emotions is a big challenge for you. So do you have a good support system that helps you do that?
Yes, I do. Mostly my coaches. Yes, my coaches, my teammates, my friends. They always there for me, and that's a big part. They play a big role in my life because you want you want to feel loved, you want to feel heard.
Right.
And having them is a really good thing because it makes me a better person.
Right. And you said it was a challenge, you moving from another country. Was that Mexicali?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this, because like I said in the last segment, some people call it Mexican food. I call it a gift from God because I love Mexican food. Is it better there than it is here?
Yes.
Okay, then I need to go. I need to go try, because my wife and I, we always have this thing. We want to travel and see where we want to go, and she wants to go to Cabo. I said I wanted to go to New York or Hawaii, but I mean, if you said the Mexican food is better there, maybe I need to go. But talk to me a little bit. You said one of your biggest challenges as well. Oh, you said that was your biggest accomplishment, managing your feelings and emotion. But you said one of your biggest challenges was to be a better leader. What have you done to work on your leadership skills?
Oh, I've lacked some of communication with my teammates, and I've had talk with my coaches and teammates to get it better and to grow as I'm an athlete.
Okay.
To grow as an athlete.
There you go. Well, I'm going to be watching you all season to see how you guys progress. Thank you so much for coming in. And then we have Miss Jasmine. We'll have you come up. And that's my niece's name, so I love that name as well. So all the girls in my family are represented. So you don't know where you want to go. You want to go to Berkeley.
Yes, UC Berkeley. I want to pursue their MET program, which is a double major. I want to pursue mechanical engineering and business administration.
Okay.
In Berkeley.
There you go. So you're just doing sports as a hobby. You got the brains. So Berkeley, that's a great school. And then one of the things you said, you wanted to try out for sports, and flag football seemed fun and interesting. Do you like football or?
Yes, overall, I've grown to love football, and as right now it's a new and growing sport. It has lots of support, and our team especially, they're very empowering and supportive. They're a very fun community to be around, honestly.
Good stuff. And then time management, you said that's something that you're working on as well.
Yes, time management, especially with school and sports. Currently I have 3 AP classes and 1 honors class, and the workload and then going to sports after sometimes is a lot. And I try to manage that, both balance school and sport life.
I could imagine. I forgot to ask you guys the most important thing. When you guys are out there, I know you got to get fashioned. You got to have, the look. You got to have the drip. So, when you're out there, is there anything special you're wearing with your fashion-wise? Are you making any fashion statements?
Not really, but I always carry my jewelry around me. I always wear my golden cross necklace and my 2 silver bracelets.
There you go. Any other young lady making a fashion statement when you're out there? Do you guys have any are y'all standing on business, or y'all? So thank you so much, young lady. We appreciate it. And when it came to those interviews, I know they were a little nervous, but you guys clocked it. So there you go. I love it. So, Coach, I want to bring you back in. You've got some great young ladies here.
I do.
And when people sometimes with Desert Hot Springs, people try to put a bad name on it, but I mean, you have young ladies that are going to get accepted to some of the best schools in the country. Is that a proud moment for you as well?
It is. I tell them the one thing that I always tell them. They think that I'm kind of crazy sometimes because I tell them, you know what? I don't want no cussing. I don't want anything, especially when we're out somewhere else. We already have a bad name. My goal is to bring our name up. And I think being the best behaved we can, being well-spoken will change the mentality of other people. And to see, that they're inspired to go to great colleges and to play sports at those colleges, it makes the school better. So it makes me really proud of them.
That's good. And you walk the walk. I mean, you walk the same hallways that they're in right now. So you are a shining example of what can happen if you put in the work.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you, Coach, so much for coming in. Desert Hot Springs girls flag football. We'll continue to watch you. And I don't know who runs your social media, but they were on it. I posted a graphic and I put the wrong name, and they let me know. And believe me, I got it fixed immediately. So whoever does your social media, let them know that we got it fixed. It's all good to go. So Coach B doesn't want to be on anybody's bad list. But thank you so much. But I appreciate that, passionate parents. My wife and I, we had 3 kids that graduated high school as well, and I get it. You want your kids' stuff to be right.
Perfect.
So we appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to take this quick commercial break, but Desert Hot Springs girls flag football, we'll watch you guys for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Go Golden Eagles.
There you go. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B. Heard on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California, Fox Sports 1270 AM. In Las Vegas, I'm heard on Fox Sports 98.9 FM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.